Real Madrid dropped points this weekend. FC Barcelona won their game against Celta Vigo. Atletico de Madrid won their game against Levante. Villarreal also won their game. And now the question is, who is going to win La Liga at the end of the season? Because when you take a look at the La Liga table, Real Madrid is seated at the top of the table with 31 points, followed by FC Barcelona with 28 points. And the point difference between Real Madrid and FC Barcelona is just 3 points. And now Villarreal is occupying the third spot of the La Liga table with 26 points, 2 points behind FC Barcelona, 5 points behind Real Madrid. And now there is also Atletico de Madrid occupying the fourth spot of the La Liga table with 25 points and 1 point behind Villarreal, 3 points behind Barcelona, and 6 points behind Real Madrid. Who do you think is going to win La Liga at the end of the season? Let us take a look at the game between Real Madrid and Rayo Vallecano, and also the game between FC Barcelona, Celta Vigo. Let me start with the game between Rayo Vallecano, Real Madrid. That game was an interesting game, and before the game I said Real Madrid were not going to win that game easily. To me, I felt like Real Madrid were going to win the game, but win the game under harsh conditions. But when you take a look at that game, right, the game was very, very balanced. And winning a game against Rayo Vallecano in their own field is something that Real Madrid have not won in 4 years. The last time that Real Madrid won a game against Rayo Vallecano in their own field, Marcelo was still Real Madrid first team captain. Karim Benzema was still Real Madrid second team captain. Kylian Mbappe was not yet a Real Madrid player. That is just to tell you how difficult it is to play against Rayo Vallecano, especially in their own field. And that game against Rayo Vallecano was a game where Real Madrid really needed to win, because Barcelona are actually closing up the gap, Atletico Madrid closing up the gap, Villarreal closing up the gap, and sooner or later there is going to be pressure, right? When you take a look at that game, right, it was a tough one. Valverde left the game with a minor injury. We are just getting rumors that was just simply fatigue, muscle fatigue. Now Thibaut Courtois was also announced injured after the game. That is just to tell you the intensity of that game. And if I'm being honest with you, right, Kylian Mbappe in that game was nowhere to be found. In that game like that, Kylian Mbappe and Jude Bellingham were nowhere to be found in that game. And those are already concerns for Real Madrid now, because against Liverpool, Kylian Mbappe did not have a single shot on target, talk less of scoring a goal. Against Rayo Vallecano, the same thing. Jude Bellingham, the same thing. Jude Bellingham even had a shot on target against Liverpool. That is just to tell you, this team is nowhere near to where they belong. This is not where Real Madrid belongs. They have all the players in the world. They made some signings during the summer transfer window. And if they cannot still win games against Rayo Vallecano in their own field, if they cannot get their revenge, it means there is something wrong somewhere. Because we all felt like this season was for Real Madrid to get their revenge on all teams that suffered them last season. Barcelona won them last season. They got their first revenge against FC Barcelona. Valencia won them last season. They got their first revenge against Valencia. But Rayo Vallecano stopped them. And do you know the interesting thing about this Rayo Vallecano team? They shared points with FC Barcelona 1-1 La Liga match day 2. Was it match day 2 or match day 3 against Atletico de Madrid? Atletico de Madrid won them by luck. Julian Alvarez scored a hat-trick against the Rayo Vallecano. That is just to tell you, coming to play against Rayo Vallecano is a tough game. First of all, when you are playing a game against Rayo Vallecano like Real Madrid, when they are defending, Kylian Mbappe and Vinicius Junior are not involved. But when they are attacking, Kylian Mbappe and Vinicius Junior are the ones leading. But when you take a look at Rayo Vallecano team, when they are attacking, 10 players are attacking. When they are defending, 10 players are defending, which is actually what made the difference in this game between Real Madrid and Rayo Vallecano. But we can still see the best of Real Madrid. This is not the best version of Real Madrid. They can do better than this, and we are hoping after the international break things are going to change, right? I am not a Real Madrid fan, but I'm not going to pray for anyone's downfall. I cannot pray for someone's downfall. What I can pray for instead is that my team should do better. If my team does better, we are going to win games, right? I'm not going to pray for anyone's downfall. And this game also against Rayo Vallecano, Xabi Alonso, Real Madrid is bigger than who we think. And in this team, you can easily be fired too. You can easily be fired. If I'm being honest, I cannot remember the last time Real Madrid played a game against a bigger team and dominated. So they have to be careful. They have to be careful. Now, let us take a look at the game between Celta Vigo and FC Barcelona. Hansi Flick na biggie boy yo, man we no call am small boy. Hansi na biggie boy yo, man we no call am small boy. See here, Hansi Flick is a big boy. Hansi Flick is a big boy. When if you don't know, you will call him a small boy. People are complaining of his high line, and the guy is not panicking. The guy is only focused on his high line. He does not care. He does not care because he knows that the high line is going to be a successful one for FC Barcelona. And the funniest thing is, when you take a look at the point difference between Barcelona and Real Madrid, it is just 3. Now let us keep the table aside. Focus on this game between Celta Vigo, FC Barcelona. FC Barcelona scored the first goal through a penalty by Robert Lewandowski, and after 1 minute, Celta equalized because of that high line. From nowhere again, Robert Lewandowski scored the second goal, and after 2 minutes, Celta equalized. I was like, damn, what's going to happen in this game? Before this first half ended, Lamine Yamal gave Barcelona the lead. See, when they went out to have, like, during the halftime, they came back, the energy was different. Frankie de Jong was like, the guy was everywhere. If I'm being honest, I saw one of the best versions of Frankie de Jong against Celta Vigo. If you are not a Barcelona fan, you cannot understand who Celta Vigo is. If you are not a Barcelona fan, you cannot understand what it means to play against Celta Vigo. When these boys come and meet FC Barcelona, it is always something else. And when they take a look at the player rating, right, Szczesny, you have helped Barcelona a lot. And if I'm being honest with you, I don't expect much from Szczesny. I have to be honest. You are not going to tell me that you go and bring a goalkeeper who was retired already and you come and expect 100% from that goalkeeper. No. What Szczesny did last season is something that we all are always going to appreciate. No matter what he gives us now, we are going to accept. When it goes to the midfield, right, Eric Garcia, if I'm being honest with you, for the last 2 seasons, Eric Garcia have always been top. The only area where Eric Garcia is having issues is that if he is being used as a right fullback, right, he does not overtake. Let me use the word overlap. He does not overlap Lamine Yamal, so he finds it difficult to go past Lamine Yamal, ask the ball, runs back. So it is something that can only be done by Jesus Koundé as for now. So Eric Garcia was top in this game. Everything happened during the second half, because the first 45 minutes of the game, all the Barcelona defenders were poor. Ronald Araujo, Hansi Flick, I hope you have seen something in Ronald Araujo. Ronald Araujo was considered one of the best defenders in the world under Xavi Hernandez. Why? Because he was not playing high line. And Ronald Araujo has proven to us that he cannot walk under Hansi Flick high line. I have to be honest. He cannot walk under that high line. So if Hansi Flick understands him better and use him and don't work with the high line, it is going to be helpful for FC Barcelona. And Paul Kubasi, your rating here is 6.9, right? I have to be honest with you. Paul Kubasi to me is not a bad defender, right? The guy is still learning, and he needs to get back that confidence that he had last season alongside Inigo Martinez. I'm still going to pardon him for now because I know more important games are coming up. The guy is still young. I think he's still 18, so he's going to do better in the next year ahead. Then Balde, this one Barcelona player that if I'm to pray for someone's health, I'll pray for this guy to always be good. He never disappoints. Balde will never disappoint you. He will never disappoint you. Even if a game is bad, but how? He's always there. When it comes to defending, he's there. When it comes to attacking, he's there. He knows when to defend. He knows when to attack. He knows when to pick the ball around with. This man is just too good. He's too consistent. I am hoping to see the best version of him again in the days ahead, because we are still to see the best version of him. All of these players are still to attain their prime. So get ready. When you go to the level of the midfield, Fermin Lopez, Dani Olmo, Frankie de Jong. Oh boy, see, I have to be honest with you, these boys were good. And this game against this Celta Vigo was the best game of Dani Olmo. And before Dani Olmo played this game, Marc Casado was the one to start this game. And when Dani Olmo picked up this injury, that was when Hansi Flick decided to use him. And he showed the world why he was bought from Leipzig to FC Barcelona. And Frankie de Jong, what spoiled this man's game was a red card that was given to him, because he was Barcelona man of the match. Forget the fact that Robert Lewandowski scored 3 goals. This man cooled down the tempo of this game. This man knew how Celta Vigo players were like. And when they came back during that second 45 minutes of the game, that high line was no longer existing, because Barcelona were in control of the ball. And whenever they lose the ball, they try to get back the ball. When you go to the attack, Rashford, oh boy, see, this is one of the best summer signings across all European teams. He joined Barcelona on loan. Nothing was paid. And one thing I'll pray for now is that Barcelona should look for that money and pay him permanently. He's good. He's good. He's tracking back. Like, it is rare for you to see an attacker giving the type of numbers that Rashford is giving. Even if he does not score, he assists. Even if he does not score or assist, he acts like a defender in that game. And that's why I like this man. And Robert Lewandowski has proven again to be one of the best attackers in the world. This man does not waste chances again. I can still remember last season, he wasted a lot of chances. But since the start of this season, whenever this man is given an opportunity, he converts his chances to goals. Then Lamine Yamal, this is not still the best version of Lamine Yamal. This is the second best player in the world, and we expect nothing but the best from him. So we are still to see the best version of Lamine Yamal. See here, guys, let's just calm down for now. I'm not going to make the video to be long, right? Let us enjoy our international break and wait and see how the things are going to look like ahead. After the international break, Barcelona is going to play against Atletico Bilbao, and the hottest news is that Rafinha, Pedri, Joan Garcia are all going to be back after the international break. I've come to the end of the video, and my first question is, who do you think is going to win the La Liga title at the end of the season? Is it going to be Real Madrid, Barcelona, Villarreal, or Atletico de Madrid? Let me know down in the comment section. Most importantly, if this is the first time you are coming across my YouTube channel, you hit a thumb up to the video, you subscribe if you are still to subscribe, turn on the notification bell so when next I post, you will be notified. And most importantly, drop at least a comment in the comment section now. Let me know, as it's supposed to be. Motivate me down in the comment section, and see you guys until my next video.